Morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, thank you.
Morning, Angelica and everyone. Guys, allow me a few minutes while I prepare everything. We will start soon. Thank you.
Muy buenos días, ¿puede escucharme?
Sí, sí, señor, se le escucha un poquito lejos.
Profe, es que quería consultarte algo. Eh, pues
Ah,
yo soy...
Brian, es que el profesor dice que lo esperemos 5 minuticos, que ya viene.
Ah, ok, creí que tú eras la
No,
moderadora.
no, señor.
Vale, gracias.
Okay, guys, thank you for waiting. Thank you very much for waiting. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you a quick presentation, just like as a reminder of how the session is gonna
Profe,
take
buenos
place.
días.
Okay, so just a few. Tell me, Brian.
Profe, qué pena interrumpirlo de esta manera. Es que quiero informarles que cometí un gran error, la verdad, y creí que esta reunión de hoy era de 7 de la noche a 9 de la noche. En este
Sorry
momento
for
estoy trabajando.
interrupting. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Brian. I cannot hear you quite well.
Profe, pues lo que quería decir era que fue cometí un error pensando que esta reunión era de 7 a 9 de la noche y pues hasta ahorita que me di cuenta que la reunión era a esta hora. Quería saber si era posible entonces registrar, digamos, en otra sesión sin que pues esto perjudique. La verdad fue un error mío, no tuve presente eso pensando que era de 7 a 9.
Okay, Brian. I understand the situation. However, remember the guidelines sent by the director. If I'm not mistaken, everyone has the chance to change or to reschedule the session, but with 72 hours of anticipation before the session.
Ok,
So in
está
this
bien.
case, my advice is to improvise, but uh, like the best you can. I mean, your score won't be affected as far as you improvise well. Let's say it that way.
Ok, teacher.
Try
Ok,
to try to look up right now. Try to look up information, evidence, arguments to support your position because that's
ok,
what
teacher.
we need to evaluate. I'm gonna show you a presentation, guys. I understand that we must start the session right now, but I will show you the presentation once again to show you the guidelines and the debate etiquette. Okay, just a few minutes while I find it. Just a sec. I will share my screen. Please let me know if you're able to see it, guys. Just 1 second. Can you see it?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry. Debate etiquette. All right. So remember the structure of the debate session. The moderator, in this case, Angel Mateus, introduces the debate, explains the rules, presents the motion, which is the topic, and ensures that the order and time of participation are followed respectfully. Debate session. We will start with the opening part, the opening session, which is the introduction of the motion and the introduction of the teams. Debate session part, the second phase. The second phase is the debate session, which is the presentation of arguments and rebuttals. Phase number 3, the closing session, summary of conclusions drawn from the debate. Reminder of order of participation for the opening arguments. Remember that for this part for the opening arguments, the debate starts with the pro team, followed by the con team, taking turns one by one until you finish. We have 6 members, 6 participants, if I'm not mistaken. So the first pro speaker begins and talks for 3 minutes, opening the argument. The first speaker on the con team responds for 3 minutes, opening the argument as well. The second pro speaker talks for 2 minutes. The second con speaker responds for 2 minutes. The third pro speaker talks for 2 minutes, and the third con speaker responds for 2 minutes. That is going to be the order and the turns you will take. Each participant presents their main argument that supports their team's position, pro in favor or con against. Don't forget for this part to show evidence, reference, if possible, show also statistical data to make your arguments be strong and well argumented. Just a second, guys, I'm having some troubles with the presentation. Then remember the rules very quickly. Opening arguments. The first speaker from each team must speak for 3 minutes during the opening arguments, and the next speakers on each team must speak only for 2 minutes each one. The second rule, questions and answers and rebuttals. After opening your arguments, remember that each participant must ask and answer 2 questions with the opposing team. This phase will allow for refutation, clarification, and challenge of ideas. In this case, me, the moderator, will ensure fairness and timekeeping. I will be showing you a timer so that you can respect the duration of your speech. If you exceed, please know that I'm going to interrupt you respectfully. And rule number 3, remember orderliness and etiquette. Don't interrupt other speakers. Respect the set time and avoid the use of inappropriate language or actions. You already organized your team. So, and the last part of the session is the closing one. For this part of the session, each team presents a final summary statement to reinforce their position and close their argument. Con team presents first, and we continue with the pro team, and then taking turns one by one until you finish. For this phase, remember that everyone is gonna have just 1 minute for the conclusion. And at the end, I'm going to give you the feedback, acknowledging your participation, and we formally close the session. Okay. All right. So far, do you have any questions, guys? No questions? Now let me proceed by asking you some questions, guys. Just one moment. Once again, guys, please confirm the topic or the motion chosen is. Guys, which is the topic, the motion chosen?
Child-free couples by choice are happier than couples with children, teacher.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Just a second. Child-free couples by choice are happier than couples. Than couples with children. Child-free couples by choice are happier than couples with children. Let's confirm the organization of teams. So, on the pro team, we have, just 1 second. Angélica, Sakibe, Sara, Charlie, and Geraldine Esmeralda. On the pro team. And on the content, we have. Wait a second. Sara Otivar, Geraldine Gomez. Content, Lady Diaz, Brian Duran, and Nicolas Guarin. Guys, now let me proceed with the order. I like the turns that you would take to speak. Order of participation for the opening arguments. The first speaker. Could you please confirm who is the first speaker? Who the first speaker is, please?
In the pro team, me, teacher.
Okay, just 1 second. I cannot see the screen, so I didn't know who said that. Geraldine, yes?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you. Just 1 second. First speaker on the pro team, Geraldine Gomez. First speaker on the con team is guys. I'm waiting for confirmation. If you do not pick one, I will pick one. No? Okay. So we have three options. Sorry. We have Lady Diaz, Brian Duran, and Nicolas Guarin. The
Teacher, excuse me, I apologize about the problem that at this moment I'm working in a school and I am with my student. So for me that is
Brian,
impossible.
it is going to be difficult to evaluate your debate because the quality of the sound is poor. I'm having troubles to understand you. I'm not sure if you can change the device or try
Teacher,
to
I'm telling
use.
you that at this moment I'm working at school and I'm with the student. That's why I was telling you that I couldn't attend this debate. I believe that it was at 10 p.m. to 9 p.m. So that was my mistake. I got confused. On that at this moment I really couldn't attend this debate because I work with the students. I am in class with my students. That's the problem.
Okay, the debate has to take place. The debate has to continue. If just in case you don't agree with the feedback with the score received, it would be your responsibility to contact your director or tutor to try to report the situation and and confirm if you can attend one more session, other session. But we need to continue with the debate. I cannot give you the approval, like,
Okay,
okay, you can go and schedule to another debate. No, I cannot do that. I don't have
I
that
will try
permission.
it. I will
Mhm.
try it, but I
Sure.
will start here, but I will try it. Okay.
Yes, yes, no worries. No worries. There you are. Okay, guys. So just to confirm, Brian is the first speaker on the content, right?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Second speaker on the pro team is. Thank
Niños,
you, Angélica.
vamos bajando al salón, por favor. Vamos alistando.
Angélica. Okay, just 1 second. Angélica Ruiz. Second speaker on the content is.
Mi teacher,
Vamos.
Nicolás.
Nicolás Guarín. Nicolás, okay, thank you. Who is the third speaker on the protein, guys? Thank you, lady. And the last one is. The third speaker on the content is.
I have a confusion. Lady is not the not pro.
Okay, I'm going to continue. I'm going to confirm once again. First, and you will tell me where is the mistake. First speaker on the protein, Geraldine Gomez. First speaker on the content, Brian Duran. Second speaker on the protein, Angelica Ruiz. Second speaker on the content, Nicolas Guarin. Third speaker on the protein, Lady Diaz. You want me to remove Lady Diaz, right?
No, teacher, is Sara, protein Sara.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Más Javier. Mira, pues un enorme favor.
Ok, vamos a hacer una aclaración. Porfa, me colaboran con los micrófonos. Brian, necesito que me colabores con el micrófono. Si tú tienes el micrófono abierto, también te va a afectar la nota del debate por el tema de la etiqueta y todo eso. Importantísimo para evitar interrupciones. Listo, una vez más. Protein, Angélica, Sara, Geraldine, Angélica, Sara. Listo, Lady está en el content. Okay, so Lady, you are the third speaker on the content, and the third speaker on the pro team is Geraldine, Sara Sierra. Listo. I will confirm once again just to make sure and we can start the debate. First speaker on the pro team, Geraldine. First speaker on the content, Brian. Second speaker on the pro team, Angelica Ruiz. Second speaker on the content, Nicolás Guarin. Third speaker on the pro team, Sara Sierra. Third speaker on the content, Lady Diaz. Everything's correct, right?
Right, teacher.
Thank you very much. I will proceed in a moment, just a second. Okay, guys. Important, remember, camera must be on. So please go ahead, turn on your camera. We are starting in a moment. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, let's begin. Lady, please help us with your camera.
Have a problem with my camera right now because I'm in my
Okay, okay. And Brian? Brian, could you please help us turn on your camera? Brian? Brian, can't you turn on the camera? Could you please confirm if you're having any inconveniences? All right, guys, let's begin. Good morning, everyone. My name is Angel, your moderator for today. Welcome to this debate session. I will be moderating this discussion. So let's begin. I'm gonna make sure everyone can hear me clearly. Can everybody hear me clearly, right? Thank you. Today's topic, today's motion is child-free couples by choice are happier than couples with children. Before we start, let's confirm our teams. On the pro team, we have Angelica Ruiz, Sarah Motivar, and Geraldine Gomez. On the con team, we have Lady Diaz, Brian Duran, and Nicolas Waring. Okay, let's begin. So we'll start with the opening arguments. Each participant will present their main arguments according to the established order of participation. Okay. Before we start, I'm gonna share my screen so that you can see the timer. Just a few seconds. Are you able to see my screen? I just shared it.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay. Wait a sec. Just 1 second. Wait. Can you? I'm gonna make sure you can hear the sound of the timer. Wait a second. I'm playing a video so you can make sure you listen. Can you get to listen?
Still no.
I'm Marie, the receptionist.
Yes?
I can hear it, teacher.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So you will see the timer. Once the timer is over, remember to stop. Okay, guys. So let's begin with the first speaker on the pro team, who is Geraldine Gomez. We will begin with you. Remember that you have 3 minutes for your opening argument. You may start now.
Thank you, teacher. Okay, and the argument, we have 3 moments: claim, evidence, and impact. Claim. Couples who choose to be child-free are demonstrably happier than couples with children, achieve superior relationship satisfaction, greater emotional well-being, and enhancing lifestyle stability. And evidence. According to a review of science article published on Journal of Family Studies, women without children generally experience greater satisfaction in their partner relationship and report less overall stress. And impact. In decision to be child-free is a rational choice that maximizes adult happiness by eliminating the massive emotional stress, relation strain, and financial burden caused associated with the rational children. Child-free couples are uniquely positioned to enjoy two relationships, build all autonomy, sustain intimacy, and interrupting personal fulfillment. This result is a life that is by empirical and self-report measures genuinely happier. That's all, teacher.
Thank you. Thank you for your opening arguments. Now we may continue with the first speaker on the content, who is Brian Duran. He will now present his arguments. Remember that you have 3 minutes to do so. You can start now.
Okay, teacher, excuse me for that. I would like to start by saying that for me it is a incorrect motion. This is because there is a wide sector of the population that one of the essence of the life is to try to make a family. Because it's a purpose of life, and they want to try to make a project of life, making a family. So for me, this could be, it is a mistake to affirm or to say that couples in child wealth by choice, they're happier than the another one who has children or sons, because it is a huge interrelation that ignores the diversity of experience of the human spirits. And following this line, I couldn't say that the couples with child free, sorry, like the family, they're happier than the another ones. And many people they decide have sons by choice, and after this, because they are in another phase of their life, if they are mature, they are thinking what do they want to do with their life, and they're conscious that they want to spend the rest of the life of the whole life living with their child. Uh, this implies that many people have to be aware about all the implications uh, that have sons. So in this context, I think that happiness it is measured not by the responsibility, but the other one by them. Of course, I could say that the majority of the pattern, they, many people assume this position in life, they find by they are aware about emotional, economic, and mental function. And they can generate that tension or frustration because they want to go to the party, they want to do anything for life, but they have to care children. So I believe that we only compare if we don't have children or they don't have or they have children because there are different perspectives. And as people that they are child well and people that live in a family, they go this happy.
Thank you very much for the opening argument, Brian. Thank you. Now we have the second speaker on the pro team, who is Angelica Ruiz. Please present your argument. Remember that in this case, for the second speakers, you're gonna have only 2 minutes, okay? You may start now.
Okay. In other words, more and more couples decide not to have children by choice, not because they can, but because they prefer a different kind of life. Because children can bring happiness, freedom, and emotional balance. Happiness is not the same for everyone, and for some people, it's meaning living independently with the responsibility or raising children. One important reason why the children couples are often happier in freedom and time. They can focus on themselves, their goals, and their relationship. They can travel, study, work on personal projects, or simple rest without having to take care of children 24 hours of a day. And this lifestyle allow them to live with less pressure and more peace of mind. Another factor is financial stability. Raising children is expensive. Is include food, clothes, health, and education. And many couples feel that their quality of life improve when they don't have this economic responsibility. They can invest in experience, save money, or build some design. Finally, freedom is one of stronger source of happiness for many adults today. Children's couple also tend to have haters relationship without the strength or parent. They have more time to community to enjoy, entertainment, and take care of their emotional connection.
Thank you very much. Now, thank you for your opening arguments. We may continue with the second speaker on the com team, who is Nicolas Warin. Remember that you can now share your argument and you have 2 minutes to do so. You can start now.
Okay, thank you. I am disagree with this topic because I can't believe that people who do not have children are happier or have more freedom than people do who do. I think that if you're raising a family, this gives you a special kind of happiness. This happiness is deep and lasts for a long time. It is stronger than just having fun or free time. We can see proof in studies about life meaning. Many parents say that taking care of their children make their life feel important. It makes them feel like they are doing something good. For example, a large study by the Pew Research Center found that over 19% of parents said their children are an important source of meaning and purpose in their life. This is a huge majority. This shows that for most people, raising a family gives them a strong sense of importance. So I believe that feeling this feeling that you raise a family is more like a purpose. It's a basic need for people. This feeling gives you a strong joy that stay with you even when life is difficult. It is different from the simple happiness you get from uh, a free afternoon, and that's all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Warin. Now we can continue with the third speaker on the pro team, who is Miss Sara Motivar. Please remember, you have 2 minutes as well to present your argument. You may start now.
Okay, thank you very much, Nicolas. I completely respect the idea that for some people, having children give a sense of purpose and meaning in life. Um, However, this does not mean the people without children have no purpose. Um, Children couples also find deep meaning in love, career, helping others, and personal growth. The same study that was mentioned, the Pew Research Center also found that many adults without children report high levels of happiness and life satisfaction. Um, this shows that happiness and meaning can arise in many different ways. Um, Being children free is not about rejecting life, it's about designing your version of it. So, less raising children can be meaningful, but so can living free, person goals, and loving deeply with it, that responsibility. To happiness is not one path, it's the one you choose with honest and peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your opening argument. Now we will continue with the third speaker on the content, who is Miss Lady Diaz. Remember that you also have 2 minutes to share your argument. You can start now, lady.
Good morning. So I disagree with this because I think that people with children are happier than people without children, because when we have children it's a little difficult, it's a little complicated, try to do different things in our daily routine, I know, but because it's a great responsibility, it's a big and a huge responsibility that we have every day. However, I think that children can give us more experience, opportunities to be happier in the life, not just focus. For example, people like to drink beers every weekend, or smoke cigarettes, or doing different kind of things that are not productive for them. For this reason, I think and I believe that people with children that choose to have children in their lives are happier than people that don't have these kids. Also, um, I think that it's better when we have a family. For example, we can contribute with our family. We can help the others, and also children give us the opportunity to be better person, better people, not just in the at the moment, in the future too, because with children we can growing up better in our personal and professional life than people without children. Why? Because these people have freedom, but these people aren't focused in their life. They can, for example, they can study, they can continue their careers, maybe they can buy a house, but it's a little complicated in my position in this case.
Thank you very much, Miss Lady Diaz. Thank you. Thank you everyone for your opening arguments. Now let's move to the rebuttal phase. Remember that during this stage, each team member will have the opportunity to respond to the arguments presented by the other side. It is mandatory that each participant asks 2 questions. It is not, listen up guys, very carefully. It is not mandatory to ask 2 questions. If you want, you can just ask 1 question. But remember that every member on each team needs to ask the question and to answer 1 question. Okay? So let's move on. Please keep your interventions clear, logical, and respectful all the time. Let's begin with the pro team. Remember, each pro member may now respond to the con team's points and ask their questions. Okay? Well, let's follow the same sequence. So let's begin with the first speaker on the pro team, Miss Geraldine Gomez. Could you please confirm who is your question for?
Yes, teacher. I have a question for the con team. The question is, guys, do parents have less money stress than child-free couples other time? Do parents have less money stress than child-free couples?
Could you please confirm who is the question for, Miss Gomez?
Can you repeat me, please, teacher?
Sure. Could you please tell us who do you want to ask the question for?
Continue. Anyone.
A volunteer?
For example, people have less stressful. People without children have less stress, and also have much money. I think they have much money because they just buy the things for themselves. For example, a house or the house chores, the fruits, the vegetables, the food to pay the rent, something like that. People without children have less stressful and have more money, but it depends of the person, because if it's a person that don't have a child, for example, but this person wasting his or her money in other things, in unproductive things, for example, beers, or with women, or go to holidays every weekend, could be, I don't know. This is complicated. I think that is depend of the person, depend of the focus that this person has.
Thank you very much, lady. Now, lady, with your intervention, I would like to know who is your question for? Who do you want to ask a question?
My question is for Brian, and the question is: do you think that have children is a good experience or a bad experience, and why?
Could you please repeat the
I
question?
would say
Sorry.
that
I'm sorry for it for interrupting. Please help us repeating your question, lady.
Yes, teacher. The question is for Brian. Do you think that children can improve our life? Is necessary to have children in our life or not, and why?
okay, related to the question, I could say that my previously partners say that kind of the person because there are many people that they couldn't achieve the mental, economical, or that phase, that mature phase where they are ready and they are stable to have children because there are many young people that they have children, but they want to go to the party, they want to live a crazy life, and that is why probable if they have children, it could it could be couldn't be a good experience for them. But instead, in the other side, to the other hand, people who achieve that stability, that achieve that work stability and mental stability, they probably they are more ready that another ones. And related to the second question, I suppose that there is a experience that you can learn about it. And I suppose that if you have children, you have to enjoy it. It's one of the phases while you are watching the growing of the children. Because many people have a children, but they love the experience living the first infant time where there's a children, there's a baby, and many people to try to get that stability, to try to get money for care for them, for it, and that they love that experience, that enjoyable experience. So I could say that it depends on the person.
Thank you very much, Brian. Do you have something? Maybe do you have something to say? I forgot who was the person who asked question. Lady, do you have something to say to answer? No.
Yeah, I agree with Brian because it's important. It depends on the person. If this person is younger, for example, if it's a younger person, is a girl with, for example, is a girl with 18, 17, 16 years, and if this woman is a mother, it's so complicated. It's so difficult because this girl can't continue her studies, can't continue her career because is a person that doesn't have is a girl that doesn't have responsibility in her life. Is a woman, is a girl that need more experience, need to get more knowledge and also get more responsibilities, not just for her family. And now is for her and her children or her kids in this case. It's a little difficult. I agree with Brian in this case.
Thank you very much, lady. Now, Brian, with your intervention, let's continue with you. Who do you want to ask your question for?
Okay, my question it is for my partner. My partner, it was lady, and it
Okay.
is about what I just told about the previous question. And my first one is that it is better to have kids only when you feel ready and stable. And why? And the second question is that if both couples with kids or without kids, they could be happy in different ways.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you well. Can you repeat me, please, the first one, the first question?
Uh, sorry, excuse me. The first question it is that if it is better to have kids only when they feel ready, comfortable, and stable, and why? And the second question is if both couples with kids or without kids be happy in different ways.
I consider people with or without kids need to be responsible. First, in her or his life is the most important. Get focused in her or his studies. Need to get experience, need to find new jobs, new opportunities, not just here in Colombia. I think that is better in other country. When we are or when we can stay in other country is better and we can have children because we can get more salary, we can carry on with our professional and personal life, and it's less difficult find money even if we, for example, don't have experience, we don't have a job, or for example, we live with our family. It's a little complicated. It depends of the person, but if I don't know, people with kids or without kids are happier is depend of the person because it's so important mention the psychologist problems is so important this because a person with psychologist problems that is confused with her or his life that don't know what can I do, what can they do or he do with his or her life in the future, or with a lot of problems like drug addiction, prostitution, problems with her family, problems in the school, bullying could be, is so complicated that this person can give the kids, his or her kids, a better life in the future because both the fathers and the children can suffer a lot of pain for all of these issues, for all of these kind of problems.
Thank you very much, lady. Do you have something to say? Anything to say, Brian?
No, okay, teacher, that I agree with my partner. That's why I disagree with the motion about that child couple. My thoughts are happier than couples with choice because it depends on the population, it depends on the person, and as free child-free couples could be happy, but at the same time, the mature or couples with children, they could be happy too. So that's why I disagree with the motion.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Now, before we continue, let me confirm the participants who are missing to answer and or make the question. So let's continue with maybe Nicolas, Sarah, or Angelica. I volunteer to make the next question. Angelica, thank you.
My question is, do you think children can be happy if their parents aren't truly ready to raising them?
The question is for.
Nicholas.
Okay, thank you.
Can you repeat, please?
Do you think children can be happy if their parents aren't truly ready to raise them?
I think that, for example, if I grow up with my, for example, no, if one person grow up without support of their fathers, I think it is very difficult for her or for him. But I think if you have this motivation or you appreciate your life, you you can search the solution, or you can search the solution for any problem and try to live and search support of the other people, maybe friends, maybe maybe one girlfriend, one boyfriend. You can, if your parents don't or made a mistake, the only solution for you is try to stay strong. Maybe search the solution and appreciate your life, because the life is beautiful. So I think that's all. That's my point. You can try to stay strong, and if your parents made a mistake, you have to search the solutions and maybe talk with another person, and that's all.
Thank you very much, Nicolas. Okay, and now let's continue with you. Who is your question for? But before we continue, do you have something to say, Angelica?
Teacher, I want to participate to refuting my classmate
Sure,
Nicolas
of course.
to
Go
defend our position that is better child-free couples. I think so that I know a couples in my family. They are my cousin, and they are more stability and financial lifestyle. They are house. They are trouble in Colombia, out Colombia. Their relationship is better, and your emotional lifestyle and personal autonomy is better. I think so that child-free is better for in all aspects. I think so.
Thank you very much, Miss Geraldine Gomez. Okay, so with your interventions, guys, let me go ahead and ask you, Nicolas or Geraldine, any of you, Sarah, Nicolas, or Geraldine, please, a volunteer to make the next question.
Me.
I'm sorry, who again? Sarah?
Me, teacher.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, Sarah, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. My question is for the con team. If couples without children are supposedly less happy, why do so many of them report strong reflections, emotional balance, and satisfaction with their lives?
Okay, thank you. And the question is for?
And the question is for
We have three.
lady.
We have three. Okay, okay, but the lady has already answered some questions. We are the participants left are Angelica, Sarah, or Geraldine. Who of you are? Who of you? Could you please confirm who of you, Angelica, Sarah, or Geraldine, are in the opposite team of Sarah? Geraldine or Angelica?
Teacher, Sarah is in our team, pro
Okay.
team. Your question is
Okay.
for con team.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. And we have Lady, Brian, or Nicolas. So, okay, the question is for Lady, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. You can continue.
Please, can you repeat me the question again? Sorry.
Geraldine, please repeat the question.
Teacher, question is of Sarah.
Ah, sorry, yes, Sarah. Please go ahead. Repeat the question.
Okay. Okay. And my question is for the content. It couples without children are supposedly less happy. Why do so many of them report strong relationships, emotional balance, and satisfaction with their lives?
Lady?
I think that the satisfaction that this couple could be have is depend of their relationships, of their communication, of their studies, their social culture, and about their ideologies. It's interesting because we can identify a lot of about a person with all of these aspects, and we can identify how these people, what is the behavior of these people, how these people expect to be um, in in the social life in general. The satisfaction to have kids is, I think, not just depend of the emotional or economic aspect. No, it depends because if the woman has a lot of intention to get a baby, but doesn't have the responsibility or doesn't have a job, doesn't have a future in this case in general words, is a person that never can growing up really in her aspects, in her studies. The satisfaction is about ourselves, is inside ourselves. The satisfaction is in our minds, in our thoughts, because due to our thoughts, our experiences, or before experiences in our family, with our friends, with the school, with many things, with the social, the citizens too. According with this behavior, we can identify all of these aspects. Is a person that really is responsible to be a kid, is responsible to be to have children, is a person that really want to get a better future, not just in her relationship with a boyfriend, in general, in the society.
Thank you very much, lady.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. Nicolas, you're missing to ask the question.
Yes, teacher. My question is maybe for my opponent Geraldine. You say that if you don't have children, you can have more time and take care of yourself. You have more time for you, but you can say that can the decision not to have children lead to loneliness or regret later in the life of these people?
Thank you for your question, Nicholas. Personality, I have two daughters. but my position in this debate is pro-team. And I answer of your question to say I would say is in the life the couples that I see I can say that that is more happier that the couples that have children because I think that your financial your money uh, they can travel they hang out with your couples I think so that your freedom are more freedom it is more happier I think so.
Thank you. And now let me recap, guys. Miss Angelica Reyes and Miss Sarah Sierra, you are missing to answer a question from the opposite team. So, Lady Brian or Nicolas, who of you would like to ask a question to one of the girls? Any volunteer? Let me pick one. Brian.
So teacher, if I want to make a question for my audience,
Yes.
okay. One question it would be, perdóname. One question is with so many problems that we have in the world nowadays, like for example, the climate change, the economic, and the current war that is happening in Europe, and for example, the Gulf of Colombia, the... ¿Pueden escucharme, verdad?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perdón. On the current war, do you think that it's a good time to have children? Why and why not?
The question is for Miss Angelica Ruiz or Miss Sarah Sierra.
Who wants to?
Who would you like to ask the question for? Angelica or Sarah?
Okay,
Angelica,
like
thank you.
You can repeat the question. I don't listen.
This part of my question, it is about that with so many problems that we have in the world nowadays, like for example, the climate change, all these problems, economical, the current war in the whole world, that it is a good time to have children, and why or why not?
Because of the quality of the sound, Brian, please text the question in the chat.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
In my opinion, no. From an environmental perspective, vegan children can be seen as a responsibility and conscious decision. And today, our planet is facing serious problems such as overpopulation, pollution, climate change, and overs of natural resources. Every new person that is born increasing to demand for food, water, energy, and space. By choosing not to have children, some couples decide to reduce their carbon footprint and help slow down to environment things caused by human activities. This doesn't mean the people who have children are wrong. It simply means the children's couple are contributing in other way by living more sustainably and consuming less. In this sense, being children is not just a personal lifestyle choice. It can also be an act of environmental awareness and global responsibility.
Thank you very much, Angelica. Okay, just to recap, we're missing only one person is missing to answer the question, who is Miss Sarah Sierra. From the opposite team, Lady or Nicolas, who of you would like to ask her the question?
Me, teacher.
Thank you.
Sarah, do you consider important the social factors to do you consider important the social factors or the economy, not just here in Colombia, around the world, to get kids, to have kids? How do you consider this position? Do you think that
Okay,
after
lady. Repeat question, please.
yes, yes, of course. What do you think about the pure in the world? What do you think in the pure around the world to have kids or children in this century?
Okay. I consider that social and economic factors are very important when people decide to have children. For example, if a couple doesn't have financial stability, education or emotional balance, it's very hard to raise a child in a healthy way. I in many countries, especially in Colombia, the economic affect decisions about family planning and quality of life. That's why I think being child-free can be a responsible and conscious decision, not of selfish one. Thank you, lady.
Thank you very much, guys, for your participation. The lady, do you have maybe something to say, to refute or disagree, agree?
I agree. It's important to have a good balance in our life, in our mental life, in our healthy. This is so complicated around the world because some countries are so pure. For example, India or this. I think that India is a big example. Not all the people have the same opportunities. Even here in Colombia is a little similar. Why? United States is world potential at the moment. So according with this, according with the president, all of this can mm, all of these aspects can give us different ideas how we can take care of our children, how we can teach them responsibilities. But it's complicated because in different countries is is different. In India is so pure, it's a pure country. United States is better. I think that they are they are better currently, not just for the opportunities, no, the technology, the people, the responsibility, the discipline that people have. And the government is so important because it's not just to say, I wanna get children, or no, it's not better to have children. It's important to know the country, the original country, the social culture, the government, the politics, not just depend of us, not just depend of ourselves like human, because all people make a lot of mistakes, and we can try to growing up every day. But if our government is corrupted, if our government don't give us the possibilities or the tools to get a better stability, emotional, economic, in our social life, in our relationships, just tell us a lot of lies on the news. It's complicated that we can have a future because all of our minds are contaminated with absurd things, absurd thoughts. Because, for example, I don't like the TV, I don't see TV, and I don't waste my money buying a TV. I don't believe that lies.
Thank you very much, lady. Thank you so much. Geraldine, did you want to say something, right? You raise your hand.
Excuse me, teacher, can you repeat?
You raised your hand, right?
No, teacher. That disagree with my classmates, lady in symbol of.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for the clarification. Okay, guys, now with this phase finished, let's move on to the closing statements. Remember that everyone has 1 minute to conclude today's session. Okay. So let's begin with the protein. Angelica, Sarah, or Geraldine.
The conclusion is better don't have children. Why? Because it's better for the stress, money, time, freedom, happiness.
Yes. To conclude, I want to say that being child-free is not a selfish choice. It can be an act of responsibility and awareness about our planet and our future.
Thank you very much. Okay, now let's continue with the person missing from your team, protein, Angelica Ruiz.
In the end, being children is not about projecting family or avoiding to responsibility. It's about making a conscious decision that varies or values or goals, and the reality of the world we live in. Some people decide to have children, and others decide not. And but choice deserve respect. What really matters is what every decision is made with awareness and empathy, or sources of others, or for the planet we share.
Thank you very much. Just to confirm from the pro team, Angelica, Sarah, and Geraldine, everybody gave the conclusion, right? Thank you. Thank you. Now let's move on to the content. Okay, let's go ahead with
Me,
Brian.
teacher.
Nicolas, go ahead, please.
Okay, teacher. In conclusion, for me, we can say that one lifestyle is happier for everyone. It is true that child-free couples enjoy more freedom and have less stress. However, that did love, a strong purpose, and lasting joy described by parents show a different kind of happiness in this life. And that's all, teacher.
Thank you, Nicolas. Now let's continue with Brian or Lady.
Okay, teacher, can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, in conclusion, I believe that we have to take in mind all the implications that bring us to take or to take children in nowadays. We have to take in mind that in the whole world there are facing many challenges related to the contamination, conflicts, war, economic problems, and this can make us thinking about if it is appropriate time to have children. And in other hands, how we can give to them a hopeless, a love, or to have a purpose in life if with a panoramic that we are living in the world. So my conclusion is that first of all, it depends on the person, and it depends of how are you able to carry with that situation. If you have a mental stability, economic stability, and all that to get ready if you want to have a children. But anyway, you can be happy. You can be happy with child couple, like a child couple, or without children, or with children. Sorry.
Thank you very much. Okay, now let's continue with Lady to conclude this session.
Just teacher, in conclusion, I think that it depends on the social, the culture, it depends on the country, but not just for the mental stability. It's about economic. It depends of everything, all the factors. And people need to decide better when they are 18, 19. But if these people is younger, it's so difficult to think to have a kid, because it's a big responsibility that we have to assume in the future, in our near future. All the factors, the contamination, the pollution, all of these aspects are so important. And we need a lot of patience to have a baby, because it's so complicated. It's not just have the baby or take the children to school. No, it's more than this. Yes.
Thank you very much, Lady. Okay, guys. Now, with the closing statement being given, let's move on to the final part of this debate session. So thank you everyone for all the participation that you demonstrated, all the preparation, analytical thinking. This has been basically the debate session, a valuable academic exercise. Now let's conclude with the feedback. Okay. Just 1 second. I'm sharing my screen again. Wait a second. I will give the feedback in general. Thank you everyone for all the respect you showed during the session. Your attitude in general, that was pretty good. Now let me show you individually what the feedback is. Please confirm if you're able to see the screen, guys. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you very much. All right. Let's begin with first person. Let's begin with the pro team. Okay? Angelica, Sara, and Geraldine. So let's begin with Angelica. Angelica, according to the aspects to be evaluated, this is the feedback, debate, and skill. The speaker tried to look at the audience, pretending that you have the audience in front of you. You try to look at them, likely to appear more engaging. Still, however, you often read from your notations and didn't use your hand movements, gestures, pronunciation, and intonation. Overall, it was pretty good, easy to be understood. But you mispronounced these words. Could you please help me pronounce the words again?
Children decide.
Okay, the second one, pretty good. The first one, remember, children. There you are. Fluency, you spoke smoothly and presented your ideas clearly, pretty good. And grammar and vocabulary, your grammar and word choice couldn't be properly evaluated as you read from your whole speech in your opening arguments. Okay, wait a second, guys. Just a second. Okay, now let's move on with Sarah. Sarah, in terms of debating ability, you mainly focus on the screen, only sometimes looking at the audience, pretending you have the audience in front of you. You didn't use hand movements either, and the camera was positioned too high that I couldn't see your hands. I couldn't confirm if you used gestures or not. You mostly read from a script as well. We can focus on your eyes and we can determine if you're reading or not. In terms of pronunciation, it was pretty good. It was clear, easy to be understood. However, you did mispronounce this word. Could you please read it again?
Rejecting.
Okay, so it will be rejecting.
Rejecting.
Correct. You spoke smoothly and you seemed to be confident when reading. So that's the idea, to try to speak naturally just for a few short sessions. I was not able to assess your grammar and vocabulary because also you read from your entire speech only for the opening arguments. It should be clarified. For the other part of the other phases of the debate session, most of you did not read, but spoke naturally. Then Geraldine, debate skills. So you read the entire speech for the opening argument. It should be clarified. Just 1 second. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, let me continue. So Geraldine, only in the opening arguments you tried to read. You did not employ gestures or body language to connect with the audience. In terms of pronunciation and intonation, your pronunciation was really good. However, there was a mispronunciation of this word. Please help me read it.
Maximize.
So it will be maximize. maximize. In terms of
Yes.
fluency, you presented fluently and kept a steady pace. That was pretty good. Fluency was good. Grammar and vocabulary was not able to be evaluated. Those aspects were not able to be evaluated since you read from a prepared text only in the opening argument. Okay. Thank you. Now let's move on with the content. Lady, in your case, this is the feedback. In speaking skills, you presented well even without video because you were not able to turn on your camera. You seem to use natural pacing and pauses. That was good. In terms of clarity, your pronunciation was easy to be understood. Only this word, please let me read it, lady.
Society.
It will be society. And then, that's right. Okay, and then as for the next aspect, which is fluency in intonation, you spoke with a natural pace following the rhythm. Language or grammar and vocabulary, it was mostly correct. I only noted one small thing. Children, there was a sentence where you said children have the potential to be better person, and then you automatically corrected yourself and you say people, but that was good. You have it clear, the correction. And there was another sentence where you said it's a person that can never growing up. Be careful with that. After a modal verb, you need to say grow, the base form of the verb. It's a person that can never grow up. That's it in your case, lady. And now let's move with Brian. Brian, in your case, talking about the debating skills, you did not turn on your camera or respond. Wait, no. There was a mistake here. Just one sec. Permítame corrijo porque creo que hubo una confusión con los comentarios de Brian. Just one sec. Okay, yes. Well, in that case, talking about the debating skills, at first you did not turn your camera or respond to the moderator due to connectivity issues, but later on you did it. Okay, wait a sec. You also read directly from a script only in the opening arguments without using gestures or engaging with the audience. It should be noted that you stated not to have prepared for the debate. However, you demonstrated a great attitude during the session. In terms of pronunciation and intonation, your pronunciation is clear and easy to be understood. However, it should be clarified that it was difficult. Wait a second. There you are. You were having some issues with your microphone. That was why, in some aspects, it was difficult to evaluate them. Fluency. In terms of fluency, you spoke fluently throughout the presentation. Grammar and vocabulary, and evaluation was not able as a result of reading the entire presentation or in the opening argument or poor audio. And poor audio. Okay. That's in your case, Ryan. Just a second. And Nicolas, in your case, let me show you. Just a second.
Teacher, one question, sorry. I am aware about that situation. I would like to ask you if I can reschedule. Can I reschedule this? This meeting with another date with other teacher, because I told you that was my mistake, and it was a surprise to me when I received the call in the morning.
Okay. Well, like I said, Brian, it's not, I don't have the ability to approve or to determine if you can, if you are able to reschedule the session.
Okay.
In this case, like I said, my advice was to continue to present the debate. That was the feedback. If you want, I will send you the feedback in the chat, and we'll send you also the score that you received, just for you to confirm, to determine if you would like to like to reschedule the debate. But please confirm this with the director or your tutor, because I cannot determine that. But I will send you the feedback in your chat later on, so you can take your decision, okay? All right. In your case, Nicolas, in debating the speaker, well, in your case, you attempted to engage listeners by shifting your gaze while using gestures were absent. The arguments were supported by evidence. The pronunciation was pretty good. However, errors occurred with words like this one. Can you please help me with these 3 words, Nicolas?
Basic, appreciate, and childry.
I forgot here. No, this one.
Maybe child-free?
Yes.
Child-free.
I'm not sure why you mispronounced the words during the session. Now you pronounced them correctly, but during the speech you did not. The speaker showed, well, in your case, you showed good fluency and clear articulation, and also grammar was mainly correct with the minor error noted. Remember that en español nosotros decimos estar de acuerdo. Yes, to be is estar. De acuerdo? Okay, in that case, you cannot translate literally. Remember that if you say agree, that means de una significa estar de acuerdo. No vamos a decir is agree, agree, are agree, no. O lo opuesto, disagree, no. O sea, se dice sin el verb to be. You say, I disagree with this topic. You don't say I am disagree, okay? With that said, guys, well, that's the feedback. That's the feedback. Thank you very much, guys, for your participation. That's it for today. That's it for today. Thank you so much. If you don't have any questions, so that's the end of the session.
Thank
I
you, teacher.
appreciate your attendance. You're very welcome, lady. I'm gonna
Thank you,
proceed
teacher.
finish the meeting. You are very welcome. I'm gonna stop recording.